Hey, good morning, everyone. So, welcome to another Revivol webinar series. And today we are talking about a very common and serious problem that every revenue manager or general manager would face into their day to day life. So, let's start with a reality check. Most hotels today are sitting on tons of data, PMS reports, spreadsheets, CRM reports, pickup reports, and many more reports, right? But here's the real problem data is everywhere, but the decisions are nowhere. So the revenue managers are reacting late to the demands, missing group displacement opportunity, over relying on historical trends instead of real time insights, and unable to connect the group, and the CRM data into one strategy, right? So here, no single source of truth to answer one simple question that where is my revenue coming from and where I am losing it, right? So for that, in Hotel Switchboard, we have um, widget for group and transient where you can see a snapshot view of transient versus group, a day-by-day execution like group and events, and a CRM, business intelligent CRM insights all in one ecosystem. Sounds great, right? So let's break this down using the live widget. So first one here, we can see we have transient group where we have on the books transient, last year transient group, and group last year. So here we can see in January we have the group and transient bookings where this is the inventory line. This is the inventory line where we can see whether our transient booking or group booking is beyond that line or not so far. So here we have all the occupancy, rooms, ADR, and revenue on the book, which is the current scenario, current on the books. Then we have transient. Here we can see we have rooms for the transient, and here we have group rooms for the group peoples. And the last year comparing with group and transient both. So here in snapshot view, this is like a macro level revenue mix intelligence layer. Instead of guessing how much is coming from transient, how much is group driven, or are you over dependent on one segment or not, you can see here instantly, right? So from the snapshot you get the total revenue. Also here you can see your total bookings is this, sorry, your total ADR, like average ADR for 2026 year is this, and your revenue is this comparatively to the last year, and also what is your group rooms book and what is the ADR, average ADR is right now, and your revenue. So this is how you can see the annual view of the snapshot. um, this is like a monthly pattern from March to April. We can see the color bar here. We can see we have the jump going on from the end of the February. We can say from March and to April, we are more on the transient side. And here we can see the more group bookings. We can see as a color bar. The group bookings were in June. The most bookings were come in June, which is like 1 2 months ago. We have the bookings. So our lead time for the group bookings are good for the June month, and for transient we are good in March and April month, right? So we can see from this view we can see the spikes of the bookings, and with that we got to know that in this month if the transient is more or if the group is more, then we should set our pricing strategy likewise. So this is how ADR spikes without occupancy supports like revenue inefficiency and lack of balanced segmentation strategy we can see from such type of widget. Now we can see here we saw all the annual summary. Now we can see it for day by day. We have group and events. So in group and events, mostly this types of widget solves that it is an operational controller tower. Instead of monthly average, you now see the daily occupancy, pickup days, group books versus actual pickup. So here you can see in group and events we have all the like current month. You can see if you want to see so for the previous month or for the next month, you can just click over here and you can just click for. Oh, wait a minute. You can click for this month, next week, or this week, and just click on the apply. So here right now we have current month on the books. Then we have all the revenue, we have the rate, we have a forecast over here. You can select it. Also, we have all the group bookings that how much group we are booked for which day and for which like week. Then we have total also over here. We have all the out of orders and rooms available. So from such types of group and events here, we can see the event icons also. As you can see, we have the Audio Expo North America events going on 12th of April. So likewise, we can see the events over here also. So the analysis you get from such widget is like we can see from April 10th to 11th, we have a very good opportunity like occupancy, which is around 94 to 98% occupancy. And our pickup is also very strong, like 21 rooms were booked, and our ADR is also rising. So, perfect, we can say, compression strategy we can see from such type of widgets. So, this type of insights we get. Also, we can see the risk days, like on April, we can see 5th, we are at about risk, like we have 36% occupancy only. So for such dates, like for also we can see 19, we have 44% occupancy. So such type of insights we can get. Also the demand gaps, like if there is a demand on any events that is coming up next, so we can price accordingly. So yeah, all these types of widgets is for the opportunity you get. Also for the pricing strategy, you can decide for the upcoming events or upcoming days. Also you get high demand dates and low demand dates also. So according to that, you can push your ADR aggressively. Also you can optimize the inventory allocation. That is very much important point over here. Now the third thing we are look at here, CRM. In business intelligence, we can see the CRM. Here we can see all the we can say top 50 guests that are coming over and over, like that are coming for the same we can say same holidays or same season. Maybe some guests will come for like 1 to 2 years or 3 years, we can say. So we have the guest names, then we have all the year with the total rooms and total revenue, or we can say this is the top 50 guests that were visited your hotel in like sequence of years. So here we get that top 50. Then we have revenue by company. So here we have all the companies, and from that companies, how much rooms sold we have and how like total revenue we have, right? So for that we have this part. Then we have revenue by company. Here you can see the graph. Here it is a small graph, and all the companies. We can see how our graph spikes happening. So this is where most of hotel fails, like, but they don't understand who is driving the revenue, right? So by using such type of widgets visualization, we can find the top contributor, which would be like in most case, if your hotel rate code or rate were not mapping, then mostly it will be unmapped. Then we get unmapped also, but if your hotel's rate code is mapped, then we have the mapping correct. And we got that major like major channels like Hyatt.com, Booking.com, Expedia were gaining more, right? From there we gain a more like more amount of revenue. Then next insights we can say is OTA dependency. OTA is one of the OTA channels were one of the most like contributor of a whole revenue scenario. Then also it is depends on the room types. We can see which room types also. So here for the room types, we can see the king room type we're gaining more for this hotel. It's totally depend on your hotel. Then we have DDBL room type, that is the second highest. So likewise we have room type with the total room sold and total revenue. Okay, so next is market segment. This is also one of the most important, we can say, view or widget that you can see that how your revenue capturing from whichever market segment, so that you can like if it is more from OTA, then you should close your OTA discounts early, or you should pause it. Or if it is contribute more from the employee side or the government side, or any another market segment, then you should increase your rate of that market segment or the room type or rate code, right? So the revenue strategy we can see here would be strengthen the direct booking channels and clean and map CRM data properly, and launch the targeted campaigns by segment and company, and also reduce the dependency on discounted segments. So yeah, this all three views is very much useful and very much powerful that every revenue manager should use into their day-to-day life to know whether the revenue is coming from like which segment should I more focus on, or in which segment I should change my strategy and include like promotions, giving discounts or stop discount there. So this three views of hotel switchboard is much more important, and it is very impactful for your hotel property. So yeah, if you want to see your live hotel data through Revivol Lens or Hotel Switchboard Lens, then please visit revivol.ai, and we would love to have you on board. Thank you for today.